What's up YouTube, it's your boy Noto back at it again with another video, and it looks like in the current, commentary slash gaming community of YouTube, our good old pal ReviewTechUSA,
you fucking brain dead moron pieces of shit,
is back at it again, just taking complete L's with his shit takes. And I guess to bring it back to what I said earlier, you know, with the commentary community and whatnot, because a couple guys that I look up to, Mischief and for Tanka Plays, I made a couple videos on Review Tech having just really cringe takes, and well, not just cringe takes, but also just having, you know, very inconsistent opinions on the Series S in particular, where, you know, one video, say a year back, where he says the Series S is a bang for your buck product, and nowadays, because a fucking indie dev who makes games that look like a fucking PS3 game say, oh, the Series S is hard to develop for, you know, all of a sudden the Series S is a less value compared to a PS5 digital edition. But with that being said, I personally think that I kind of want to throw my hat in the ring, because why not? And I personally believe, in my opinion, I have a very interesting perspective on the matter. Now, I won't necessarily look at a video of Review Tech that Mischief made a video on. I was kind of hoping to look at Review Tech's take on the Microsoft Activision acquisition as a whole, because I just think his opinion on it is really cringe, and that's what we're going to look into right now.
Well, guess what? A couple days ago, an Activision block of 3.7 million shares were traded off. That's not a good sign. This comes from SeekingAlpha.com. A block of 3.7 million shares of video game maker Activision was sold at $72.25 a share earlier. Goldman Sachs was said to have shopped the block earlier Monday, according to traders. The sale may be considered noteworthy to investors, as Activision agreed to sell itself to Microsoft in January of 2022 in a $68.7 billion deal. The current deal spread of $23.68 indicates traders are a bit skeptical that regulators will approve the deal around the world, especially in the US, UK, and Europe.
So yeah, that whole claim where he said that the reasoning why the Microsoft Activision acquisition may not go through is because a fucking bank selling some shares is kind of a very flimsy statement, and it's one of those things I don't really like about Rich, where he kind of takes the bare minimum, you know, make a video on, and it's like, oh god, guys, this could possibly be what it may happen, and it's very Alex Jones-y, where it's like he pulls at fucking the smallest of straws to where he can kind of give his videos some sort of relevance.
So look, I know I'm going to be repeat myself, USA. And I understand that it annoys people, but it's still the same thing and it's still valid. I'm not sure how to feel about Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard and acquiring a whole bunch of game developers and publishers, because yes, that could stifle competition.
It doesn't really make any sense when back in the PS4, Xbox One generation, where ReviewTechUSA would claim that the fact that Sony would have all these AAA exclusive on their platform that you can't get anywhere else was the reason why people would buy a PlayStation. So now that Microsoft is actually competing with Sony with their own exclusives, all of a sudden now this is a fucking issue of fucking a monopoly?
However, on the flip side, like I've said before, do you want to sign up to 6 billion different services? Do you want to have a cloud gaming service by every single developer out there, where you're going to have to spend $10, $15, $20 a month? Especially if, say, you only play a handful of games a year, but those handful of games are span across multiple developers and publishers, and they have their own cloud gaming service. That'll end up being a disaster. That's one of the things I hate about PC, that certain games are exclusive to one launcher and certain games are exclusive to another launcher, so you have to have a whole slew of launchers on your PC to play the games you want to play, and it's messy, it's confusing, and it's annoying.
I mean, to my counterpoint to that whole statement, the whole cloud service thing is kind of null and void at this point. I mean, we would have to see how cloud gaming goes, say 5-10 years down the line. But his whole point where he wants to compare exclusivity to PC launchers, it's kind of a weak point, because PC launchers are free. Let's just be real, if you really want to play a game, is it really that annoying to just install a fucking application that's what less than like 30 megabytes just to play a game you really want? I mean, would it be nice that most of these launchers have more features? But I just feel like comparing launchers to hardware is really not exactly a good point as a way if you wanted to like claim that Microsoft owning or like all these different developers having all these different exclusives and all that shit. It doesn't really make any sense because, like I said, launchers don't really have any value attached to them as opposed to hardware or hell even cloud subscription service, because you actually have to pay for them. With a launcher you don't have to pay for it. So I don't know why we have to get up in arms about a fucking, you know, Fortnite store or whatever.
But Microsoft having all of these games under their umbrella could cause them in the future to become a monopoly. So this is interesting, man. There definitely is a real chance that this deal may not go through.
The Microsoft and Activision acquisition becoming a monopoly, in my opinion, is null and void. Case in point, you guys want to know what popular IP that Microsoft currently owns and is also multi-platform? It starts with M and ends with fucking craft. Minecraft, motherfuckers. Minecraft is currently multi-platform from your fucking cell phone all the way to your hardcore PC. You can play it on goddamn near anything, and Microsoft still owns it. So if you're really getting all antsy and hysterical because Microsoft is basically gonna own Call of Duty, I mean, if anything, Microsoft just gains a shit ton of revenue for anything, all the fucking revenue that Call of Duty brings in on all these different platforms. Because I am Microsoft, right? Why would you want the biggest, I would say, AAA gaming franchise on just maybe one or two platforms? You know, I would imagine Microsoft, especially since they spent, what was it, $70 billion on fucking Activision, wouldn't they want to make the most profit in their investment? You know, I would imagine, like, obviously you can play games like Call of Duty, you know, forward through fucking, you know, wherever Call of Duty comes out in the future on Game Pass, but I would imagine Call of Duty will still be multi-platform. Yeah, I mean, it's not really rocket science to see what Microsoft has done back in the day. Basic research would kind of disprove this sort of claim, but, you know, like I said, Review Tech isn't exactly the type of guy to do good research. Anyways, to segue onto another topic of Review Tech that I personally just want to get off my chest now. Review Tech has a tendency to stream a lot, and honestly his streams tend to be shit shows to where half the time he's inebriated or under the influence of marijuana to where he ends up having fucking hissy fits with his own audience because they disagree with him on something. And case in point, this clip kind of surfaced around, I would say, earlier this year, where Review Tech had a bit of a moment with one of his fans because they had a disagreement over how they go about protecting themselves due to COVID and whatnot. And, you know, I'm just gonna let this clip speak for itself.
Oh, Tyler, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, and I hope you catch it. Go catch it. Go catch the virus then, you invincible man. Go have your vitamin C. Go measure your dick in the mirror, and fuck off. Piece of shit. Fucking tired of it. You stupid brain-dead asshole. What are you gonna say to him? You dumb, stupid fuck. Fuck off. So tired of these know-it-alls who have an IQ of 80 thinking they're smarter than anyone else. If you think you're smarter than everyone else, it's a fact that you're a fucking brain-dead fool.
Now, if that wasn't a sign that someone should get off of Twitter or just the internet in general, that should be it. Cause I'm sorry, if you're literally getting in fucking like shouting matches over fucking random people on the internet because of their personal opinion on how they want to treat their own body, I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna be real. Whatever you feel about COVID or vaccines, mask mandates, whatever the fuck, I guess my feeling about this whole situation is the fact that, like, at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? You know? Like, I feel like shit like this, to where Rich is the world's most sensitive man on the fucking planet, and believe me, there's a ton of them, but sadly, Rich is a tier higher. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been your boy, Noto, and I hope you guys have a good one. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.